Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. And maybe I should expand that to more than just Jobu Sports Report because this is more than just sports. This is life, and just kind of, I guess it's kind of like a Truman Show. Hold on. I think I got, let's see. Hold up. There we go. My greasy fingers have been on there, so it was kind of blurry. But this is kind of like the Truman Show, I guess, because you guys really have a window into my life. I mean, you see me in the first thing in the morning with my hair all jacked up, getting my first cup of coffee. You see me working my job, building furniture and stuff like that. You see me going crazy when YouTube goes down. You see me passionate about my team and my family and stuff. And then you see me reflecting at the end of the day on whether or not it was a good day or not. So you guys probably know me as well as anybody out there. And what I can tell you is the person you see here, that's me. I'm a little bit crazy. And I try and have fun no matter what I do. So the good news, I guess you could say, is NFL teams are looking at beginning to open up facilities starting on Tuesday. And they've got guidelines on ways to try and do this safely. I know a lot of us think that this thing is over with, but we still need to be careful. We still need to take cautions. We still need to keep our distance and, quite frankly, stay home and away from others as much as possible. Hopefully, we find a vaccine, a cure, or maybe this shit will just go away. Something. I know, as bad as this is, I think about some of the lowest points in my life. At the time, when you're going through hell, it's hard. Being burned, my leg right here, you know, you can see the scars and stuff from being skin grafted. Literally, I spent 2 weeks in the hospital and they took the skin off my thighs and put it on there. Actually, while I got this knee up. Before that, I had a flesh-eating bacteria in my knee and spent 2 weeks in the hospital at that time too, having 3 knee operations in 4 days to save my life. And at the time, when you were at rock bottom, when things were the worst they could be, what I realized after the fact was it was one of those things that were shaping me to be the person that I was going to become. Because when you hit rock bottom, it makes you appreciate when things get better. This is hard for everybody. People have lost jobs. People don't know where the next meal's coming from. People are dying. But after you go through something traumatic like that, it affects change and will make you a stronger, better person. So when you do have those good times, you will learn to appreciate it. Because a lot of us have been so blessed that you've been pampered all your life, that you've had the best of everything at your beck and call. You've had the nightclub life, the vacations, and all this stuff, plenty of money and things. That you didn't know what it's like not to have those, not to have those freedoms, not to be able to go out and do all those things. Now you're looking at it and saying, damn, I would just like to be able to go to the beach for a walk. Wouldn't that be nice? It makes you realize a lot of the things that you thought were important might not be as important as you thought. For me, I know the thing I miss most is by going by and being able to spend time with my parents, being able to hang out with my friends. That's what I miss most of all. But thank God for the YouTube because I got all you guys right here, and so it's just like I've got a few thousand of my best friends just hanging out with me. But with the NFL beginning the process of opening up, um, that gives us a little bit of hope and gives us a little bit of normalcy as we go through this, as we start thinking about, okay, maybe there'll be football games. Now, the NFL is run better than some countries. In fact, they probably got more money than some countries do. And they're going to figure it out. And it may be that we have games without fans there. Because I've already heard that the television networks are looking at ways of piping the sound into the stadium. It wouldn't be that hard. You got PA systems. I've heard teams that have done that kind of amplifying. I think the Colts were one of those teams that piped in a little extra noise and stuff in the stadium. And probably doing like green screens so it looks like there's fans in the stands. So it'll feel like you're actually watching a game with people there as opposed to when you're watching WE right now and there's nobody there but the wrestlers. But they'll make you feel like it's a regular, normal day. And I think we need that. If this thing ends up being as bad as it might be in the fall, if it ends up being that there's not college football and, we're still kind of doing what we're doing right now, that football being a little bit normal would help us all. I was looking forward to doing so many things this year. One of which was either going to Oxnard, and I think that that's a no-go. That ain't happening. For training camp, I doubt the Cowboys are going to be able to go to Oxnard in 2 months and have a training camp with fans. I just don't see that happening. I think they'll probably end up being at the start. I wanted to go to the Hall of Fame because the Steelers and the Cowboys were going to be playing, and to see two Cowboys, Jimmy Johnson, get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I wanted to do that as a RV road trip, but that ain't going to be able to happen. We were looking forward to having tailgate at Redskins Stadium and possibly one with the Ravens, although with it being Thursday night, it probably wouldn't end up happening. Still might go to the game if that's a possibility, but I don't think that that's going to happen. The final thing I'll say before I get out of here, because I'm tired and taking all this damn Tylenol for my back pain made me a little bit sleepy. As the training facilities and things start opening up a little bit, that's when I think you'll see Dak Prescott's deal done. I don't know that in the history of football that anybody, I don't think, and if you can come up with somebody, I'd like to know. I don't think anybody has been analyzed, broken down, scrutinized, doubted more than Dak Prescott. People will look for the minutest thing to say, he's not a good quarterback. Even though you got second most wins over the course of the last 4 years. Even though total touchdowns, he's second on the all-time list. Even though he's got by far the best winning percentage in his own division. Even though he's never had a losing season. That yet, somehow, some way, they try and convince us that he's garbage and doesn't deserve to be paid. I just don't get it. And as I look at the landscape, I do understand it. Knowing that Quentin Dunbar and DeAndre, what's his name, from the Giants, the fact that those two guys had an armed robbery yesterday. I didn't hear anybody talking about it today. But we can have Dak Prescott working out, and he's public enema number one. So I guess I do get it. It's not news unless it's a Dallas Cowboy player. Yeah. Well, hopefully, the teams will be able to start doing some work together, and hopefully we'll be able to have a season. And hopefully we'll all get through this thing and be better on the other side. Final note. To get through this thing, we all need to start working together. When World War II happened, we came together as a country and sacrificed for the common good. And that's the kind of effort that we need now again. Thank you guys, as always, for watching and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Tomorrow is another day, and I'm going to be right here as always. Thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you in the morning.